we are back with the Blamegirl podcast with
Mr. Terry Wayne.
Was I supposed to say that?
No.
Right.
No.
I apologize. Y'all keep going. Again. Can we go live again?
That's a totally Drew thing to do, right?
No.
Okay, let's try
He's
it.
got to be in the spotlight.
We are live with the Blamegirl podcast with
Mr. Terry Wayne.
And we got
and our
Drew
guests.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, it says more about you than it does about us, so I'm fine with that.
It does.
Right, and we are live here at Dada, once beloved comedy spot. Thought it'd be nice to meet Drew. Terry had to work, so he's not here.
Also, I'm on a flat. I'm on a spare right now, so I couldn't go too far from the crib. It's about 5 minutes away. She tried to make it sound like no, they're doing this
by spare. Do you mean ankle bracelet?
Oh, I see what you did there.
Is that what you did? Yeah.
Drew, how was your weekend?
It was good. What did I do this weekend? Friday, I did a mic, right? Because I count the weekend as Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So Friday, I did a mic. I'm not gonna promote them because they don't deserve it. No, I'm joking. I don't remember what the mic was. Saturday, did 2 mics in Lake Worth. That was fun.
Are they mics or shows?
No, they were mics. Yeah. I got in an argument with a lady. She got upset because I was making fun of light skins. And
was it a black pro?
No. This is the funny part.
I remember this.
I was making fun of light skins, and she was upset, and I didn't understand because she's Puerto Rican. So I'm like, you have no claim to light skin or dark skin. You are a Puerto Rican.
A lot of Puerto Ricans identify as black, and then they're gonna usually be light skinned.
Look, identify as black as much as you want.
All right, listen.
I don't know black man.
Look, let's just be real. There's white, and then there's everything else. That's
oh, there we go. That's the way I know. A white man
from 2024. No, that's
anyway. So did you do anything Sunday, or was that about it?
Oh, Sunday. That's when I got the flat, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was able to hustle around, get somebody's car, and use that to go party, because Sunday is fun day in my world. You know what I'm saying? So
or Sunday was Father's Day, but whatever, it doesn't matter.
It was also Juneteenth.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was. Yesterday was Father. Yeah, yesterday.
You knew that.
I knew that.
I know you.
Sure, you did.
Tell a joke about it on. Didn't you tell a joke? Maybe you didn't tell a joke about it.
No, I never told no jokes about no Father's Day. That was yesterday.
Yeah.
That was yesterday.
Oh, I gotta make some calls immediately.
Did not.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh man,
yeah.
Life moves so fast.
Woo, Drew.
You know,
your mom didn't remind you.
No.
Speaking of which,
she called me, but I of course did not answer because it's my mama.
Wow.
I'm a bad son.
No, you're not a bad son.
All right, Terry, how was your weekend?
It was good. Like I said, it was Father's Day, and I remembered. So I made my dad and my sister. We all got together at her house, and then I made them all some nice steaks, and because that's what he requested. He requested steaks, Ruth's Chris style. So I made that.
Okay, I hear rappers talk about Ruth's Chris. That's a restaurant, right?
Well, it's Ruth's Chris is what poor people think fancy is. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I like how you say that right after I said I heard a lot of rappers say that. That's good.
It's poor. I'm not saying rappers. I'm just saying it's poor people fancy. Right. You know.
Is that all you did?
Ruth's Chris is like it's like the Applebee's for rich people. Like truly rich people, they look at it like it's TGI Fridays. But
so what are we talking about? Are we talking about wealthy or just like well-to-do?
We're talking about the millionaires and billionaires of it's just what you're thinking. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like if you own a car own a car that's worth $100,000 or more, you look at Ruth's Chris like it's TGI Fridays.
Right.
Yeah,
basically,
but
it's money stuff.
To normal people, it's like, oh, that's going to be $150 dinner, you know. So it's like that's fancy, but no. But I made them some nice steaks and some good sides and stuff like that, and that was pretty much. Saturday.
Can I rate that Sunday, by the way, before we move on to Saturday? Sound terrible. I love you. I love you.
Okay. No, we had a great day.
Family at the table eating steaks.
Listen,
Sound terrible.
would you educate him a little bit
Educate
on my culinary abilities?
Oh, he's the cook. He
You
loves
can cook
cooking.
for real?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to own a restaurant. Like I'm a chef. Like,
What?
yeah, that's true.
I thought you sat in front of a cubicle, like in a cubicle your whole life. Like
No. You'd be surprised what I've done, but
you own a
no.
restaurant, huh?
I've owned 4 successful businesses. Still own one today.
Jesus. And not
Yeah.
a drug addict at all or nothing. That's good.
And I've written 3 books, been to 15 countries and 48
all right,
states.
now you just bragging. We get it.
I know. Well, don't put me in the corner. Nobody puts baby in the corner.
I put him in a corner. He started giving me.
I have to tell myself this every day. I was born poor white trash. Like I have to give myself a pep talk every day just so I can find the next thing to do. But
that's gorgeous, man. That's gorgeous.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And my steaks were beautiful. My steaks were beautiful. Melt in your mouth with infused herb garlic butter.
So
melted on top. Huh?
Barry, what a brother got to do to get a steak?
Just come over. Gio will tell you. Gio will tell you the only reason I love.
Be real with me, Terry. Lube or no lube?
No, you don't have to sleep with him.
No sex?
No. Gio will tell you the whole reason I love cooking is because I love cooking for other people. You know, I rarely enjoy the food I cook, but I love seeing the faces on the people I give it to. So
he's a really good cook. The last time I ate dinner over there, my boy Enrique was in town visiting, and Enrique loves to eat really good food too, and he likes to cook. And I thought you should try Terry's food. So Terry made pasta, homemade pasta.
Homemade pasta.
What's homemade pasta? What's the difference? Is it all pasta homemade?
No. Literally, I made the pasta.
Oh, you talking about the red sauce and all that?
No. I made the pasta.
The noodles.
Oh, the noodles.
Yeah. Fresh.
It was so good.
And here's the thing.
And then the sauce. What sauce was that?
Bolognese.
That's what I was gonna say. Bolognese sauce. It's the meat sauce with all these flavors. It's so
well. It's a mixture of lamb, pork, and beef. And then it's not a tomato sauce. It's a meat sauce with a little bit of cream and a little bit of tomato paste that gives it everybody in America thinks Bolognese is a tomato sauce, and it isn't. It's a meat sauce.
Listen.
Do you put tomato sauce in it?
No, there's no tomatoes in it whatsoever. There's some tomato paste. There's about 2 tablespoons of tomato paste in there, but that's it. Other than that, it is a reduced meat sauce.
It's a meat sauce. It tastes meaty, but like very flavored. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I genuinely need to come over because like my favorite meal is like Publix rotisserie chicken and boiled brown rice.
No, you got to step your game up a little bit, champ.
Yeah, no, I've had a steak for 6 years.
For you?
6 years, no steak.
Huh?
Oh wow!
I'm putting it out there. Anytime you want, just catch me on a weekend. I'll make whatever you want.
Will you provide the steaks as well? I mean,
sure. I got money. It's fine.
All right, my man.
Yeah,
that's true.
Don't matter to me.
That's how he does it. He provides the.
Yeah,
I'm broke, baby.
No. I provide the food. You provide good company and bring your own beverages. That's what I say.
Okay.
Because I'm not good on beverages. If you want Gatorade, water, beer, or scotch, I got you. But other than that, you bring it yourself.
That nigga said scotch.
All right. So my weekend. Yeah. Okay. My weekend was fun.
Nobody cares.
I ain't say nothing, but we was.
It's a running gag. We do it every week.
About me.
No.
Blamegirl podcast.
Look, it's just because you're a woman. That's all that matters.
Even
man ain't lying.
Anyway, so my weekend was fun. I had that noodle. I was at the last noodle show on Friday, and that was a lot of fun. It was crazy.
That was a lot of fun. I was expecting some titties to be out, but they weren't.
You did do something on Friday.
Wait, what noodle?
I did do. Abby Boland's last show at the Noodle Bar.
Oh, that's the mic I went to. I went to the pop-up. Friday.
Oh, you went to Kelly Brothers?
Yeah.
We left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was at Kelly Brothers.
Yeah, I was
That's
there
why-
too, but I left early because I just done the noodle show in the same plaza. So I
Look
was
like 8 girls with their titties out with the stickers
Yeah.
on them.
Yeah, well,
That was
that's the thing is, well, that's how I see it. If you put the you know the what do they call them? The nipple guard things, pasties. Yeah, if you put pasties on, don't even bother. Okay, that's just like wearing a bikini top to me. Like, if you want to bring your titties out, I want areolas. That's what I'm looking for.
I was happy just to see.
Are you
titties.
sure that's not better than like covered?
No,
Just pasties? It's not better.
no, I want to see what I'm not supposed to see. That's the allure.
Mm.
Whatever it is you don't want me to see, that's what I
And
want to
that's
see.
the allure of the pasties. It's like you get it almost as close, but they have to stay. It's probably illegal to not have the pasties on.
Yeah, it is. It is
No doubt,
illegal,
no doubt.
which is again what makes it fun because it's not. You're not. Everything you're not supposed to do is the thing you want to do because that's the most fun.
I seen a girl with a huge pasty that said trash.
Yeah.
Probably
I
accurate.
remember Abby coming out to get
It's
those.
probably accurate.
So
was the
that
greatest.
noodle show though was a lot of fun. Like it started off like very empty, and I was like, oh man, I see why she's ending it. But by the end of it, I was like, why is she ending it? Because it was so many.
But shouldn't the last show always like be the bit like if it's the last show, a lot of people probably showing up because it's the last show. So
Yeah.
it's like
Well, it's not even that, but it's your last show, so burn the bridge. You know what I mean? Don't come out with pasties on. Show me your veg. You know what I mean? Like just throw it. Just burn the bridge already. It's your last show. If I had look, every time I had my last show, if I knew it was my last show, you're gonna see Dick Root. You know what I mean? Like that's.
But you gonna see what?
You're gonna see Dick Root at my last shows. You know what I mean?
It's gonna be a friend of yours? Because I know you ain't got no Dick Root player. Dick Root requires abs to the point where you can. You know what I mean? You don't. Not everybody has Dick Root.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't require that.
Ryan Reynolds.
No, Dick Root is just the root of the dick. It's where the dick meets the body. That's it. That's all Dick Root is.
If the root is filled with stomach, then there's no Dick Root. To me,
it depends on. I'm sorry to tell you, but it depends on how big your dick is. That's all I'm saying. Like,
okay.
If the dick's big enough, there's plenty of root to go around.
We're at a family restaurant. Let's stop. Okay. And then Saturday.
Oz, what's up?
I went to one of those mics that Drew did, the library. That was fun.
That was great.
Sunday, I hit Red Light, and that was fun. So.
Yeah, I saw you. I saw you online at the red light thing.
Yeah.
Were you on the show?
No, I did the open mic afterwards, but she always has you take the pictures too.
Nice.
Which is fun.
I know. I saw it, and when I saw you at red light yesterday, I was like, "Damn! I wish I would have gone to that." I was so in the mood to do it yesterday. But I had to cook food for my stupid dad to show him that I love him.
I should have.
No, it was it's such a waste. Such a waste of time. But
all right.
He enjoyed it. He enjoyed it. So I made me.
He'll love you no matter what you do, man.
All right, guys, let's get to the topics. This story blew me away. There was a Nazi sympathizing police chief. He got paid $1.5 million to resign. Who's to blame?
Is this an American?
It's an American.
Did they fire him did they force him to resign because of the Nazi thing, or was it other issues?
So this is what they said. They said that they could not, they said that if they would have fired him, it would have cost more in arbitration, and he probably would have gotten his job back. But who's to blame for this? Why was this?
I'll tell you who's to blame.
$1.5 million to make him leave.
American culture is to blame because American culture over the last 60 years has been a mentality of you just kind of fail upward. That's it. The more you fuck up, the more you tend to just get higher and higher.
I know. It seems like this is a life hack. Like, should I go hang Nazi memorabilia, go get a job, and then?
Hey, listen. If you could just pin a few women into a boat cabin and pull your dick out, you could be the head of a major Hollywood studio, you know, like, yeah, you might go to prison one day, but you're going to go to prison as a guy with $500 million. So,
but what about this story? Like, is it a free speech issue? You think why he would be able to get his job back?
It's almost
Like he
sort of a
goes
free
to
speech
arbitration.
issue.
They're like,
Yeah.
this is free
It is
speech.
kind of a free
But you
speech
can't
issue.
engage in all your free speech at your workplace. Like,
well,
you can't be put.
It
He
probably-
can't
well,
have a little.
this
pimp
goes
on
in.
you know.
This goes into the whole cancel culture thing. Like everybody complains, like, oh, it's cancel culture. Like every Republican's like, oh, it's cancel culture. It's cancel culture. No, it's not. It's free market. Okay. You have the right to say free speech just means that the government can't stop you legally from saying that you want, saying whatever dumb shit you want to say. It doesn't mean
he did.
it doesn't mean that Pepsi still has to employ you. Okay, it just means you can't go to jail for saying what you want.
Job. So that's I think maybe also a part of the problem is like.
But you're not entitled. You have zero rights to a job. You don't have the right to have a job.
Not when you work for the federal government. Though.
Wait, you're saying
no, it isn't.
You have zero rights to have a job.
In the Bill of Rights, having gainful employment is not one of them. It is in other countries, but it's not in this one. We never put that through that said you should have the
free speech issue. It's a constitutional rights issue.
Well, that's a whole different issue.
You can't tell your employee that they can't. Especially the government. If you work for the government, you can't tell your employee that they can't own a weapon.
Well, that's true, but here's the thing with free speech.
Nazis.
Yeah,
everybody likes to say
enslave black people because that's like that's not a thing.
Everybody likes to talk about the First Amendment like it's some kind of erase all. You can say whatever you want and never face any consequences of it. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. All it says is the government can't stop you from saying what you want to say. That's it. It entitles you to no benefits whatsoever. It entitles you to no protection from retribution other than from the government. But you are not entitled, even in a government job, you are not entitled to just have that job. That's it. But also on the converse side of it, on the liberal side of it, if you want to have free speech, that means sometimes people get to say off-putting shit. Free speech and freedom in general means that sometimes people will be dicks. Sometimes and you just have to deal with it.
You're a Nazi sympathizer, but you can't have a.
I'm not a Nazi sympathizer. I think it's horrid, but it doesn't matter.
I didn't call you a Nazi sympathizer. I said, but it's in that situation, you're going to end up with a Nazi sympathizing police chief, and we can't have that. Like you just can't.
Right.
Let's keep it real. Are we thinking this guy didn't hide this for most of his career, and then when he got to a certain level, he was like, "Fuck hiding it. It's hard. You can't fire me." You know, it's like when you start any job, you start working hard, and then as soon as you get past the 3 months, you fall off because it's like, good luck trying to fire me. You never have a reason. You know.
Well, you know what really pisses me off about the First Amendment is the way that it's implemented in America today. Because you can have a bunch of anti-Semitic, white supremacist Nazis marching through the streets of Charlotte, carrying semi-automatic rifles loaded, ready to go, and nobody does shit until somebody gets run over by a Dodge Challenger. However, if you take a bunch of Native Americans in the heartland and they're going to protest a pipeline coming through there, they'll shoot them with rubber bullets and tear gas them and shit, which isn't even like it's
the armed ones.
Well, no, it's not like they'll shoot tear gas at them, which by the way is illegal even in warfare, but they'll use it on their own protesters, on people we stole the country from and genocided their people, but they'll shoot rubber bullets at them and tear gas them. And yet a bunch of stupid Nazis can march through Carolina and nobody gives a fuck. Like, it's so infuriating to me how the First Amendment is manipulated to people's will.
Isn't it almost small governments? Because like, this is how a place like Charlotte handles it versus a place like
no. It's not small government, it's states' rights. Okay, that's the biggest scam in history. That's just racists getting away with racist shit.
It was the federal government that shot those protesters.
Really?
By the pipeline. And you know what? They'll shoot Republicans too because they shot Cliven Bundy. Remember him?
No, I didn't.
The one that was still in the
The guy
cattle.
that no, he was letting his cattle graze on federal land where he wasn't supposed to. He was breaking the law. And a bunch of conservative idiots got behind him and they were like, well, this is about freedom. No, I thought you were law and order. Which one is it?
Yeah.
They pulled their guns out.
Yeah.
You know what?
They ended up getting somebody died.
Nobody's black or white.
Somebody's.
You can be
Yeah, no, law and order depends on what pigment your skin has. That's what law and order has.
Yeah.
If you're white, it's like, I'm just defending my freedoms. If you're black, it's like, well, you probably deserve it. You should have listened to the officer.
You ain't lying. But
I know I ain't lying.
I'm trying to get, I want a man named Tyler to come to my show. He spends money. Tyler spends money.
Yeah, and by the way, just to clarify for anybody listening, I'm not some social justice warrior or anything like that. I've had people, you know how many people have messaged me? People in my own family have messaged me because of this podcast, said, what are you, some kind of race traitor? No, I'm a logical human being. The rules should be the same for everybody.
So people call you race traitor? God damn,
I've had people in my family call me race traitor. Yeah.
Oh, that's great, man.
Well, no, it's not great because that implies that that implies that we're on a team. And we're not on a team. I'm on the team of logic and reason. That's the team I'm on. I'm not on your team because you're. I'm not on your team just because we use the same kind of, sunscreen. Like, it's fucking stupid. It's dumb.
Same chance to get melanoma.
This is why I say everybody should have to fuck somebody of a different race at least once in their life.
Yeah, it's good for the soul.
Mandated, huh?
It is. It really kind of brings it down. Like I remember the first time I slept with a black girl was like I really changed my perspective.
It's true.
Because I'm like,
this is for the genitalia touching.
It's not even that. It's just it creates a good memory in your mind that you go back to when you come to these kinds of decisions.
I don't know how we got on this topic, but anyway, moving on. Desantis, our governor in Florida, he did not order COVID-19 vaccines for children under 5. Blame.
Actually, let's correct that before you go any further. I'll let Drew finish. I'll let Drew go for just a second. But it's not that we didn't order any doses for children. We are the only state in the country that didn't.
No, we're not the only state in the country that didn't.
No, we are. We absolutely are.
That other people failed to order them as well.
Well, specifically,
we're the only ones that
order. Do you mean
I think we're the only ones that said we ain't ordering them.
Right.
So
that's what I'm saying. We're the only ones that said we're not doing it.
Okay, so it's like we didn't mandate it. We just said you.
It's not mandated. The federal government's providing assistance to access to these vaccines for these kids.
And we're like, no.
Yeah. We're the only ones that said no.
We're good.
Desantis' Surgeon General said that he recommends against them, and he cited that the studies are not done and that European countries aren't mandating it or not giving or recommending it. It doesn't matter if it's being recommended. Just give these people access to these vaccines. Like, I kind of think it's political.
I think it's
absolutely political.
Yeah, I think you should leave it up to the parents. You want your kids
exactly.
Go ahead, give them the back. No, I'm joking.
No, just make them available for those who want it, and don't force it on those that don't. That's fine. I don't care. I'm so done with the COVID issue. I don't give a shit. The way I see it is the more people that die at this point from COVID, that's one less anti-vaxxer in the population. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it.
I expect that.
I'm done. All I cared about through the whole pandemic was that my people in my life that I love got vaccinated, including Gio herself. And as soon as everyone I cared about got vaccinated, I wiped my hands of the whole fucking issue.
That's what it is, man. It's time to be selfish. Worry about you and your own.
No, I screamed. Gio, how long did I scream my head off about this? How many words for white people were about vaccines?
I got sick
of talking about.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what?
For me, until like I finally got vaccinated. And
at a point, you just got to wipe your hands and let nature do its work.
Quick question: if you got the first shot but didn't get the second shot, that means you're still vaccinated, correct?
Yeah, you still are vaccinated.
I was just about to ask you.
Yeah, I
He's like, I'm asking
like,
for a friend.
If you got one,
I said whatever. I made up a date.
If you got one vaccination, your mortality rate basically went to 0. Like it's such a small percentage of people that die after even one shot of vaccination against it that it's not even calculable. Like it's less than 0.01%. So yeah, you're fine. You might get sick, and you might get sicker if you haven't been boosted. You might get sicker, but you're not going to die, and chances are you're not going to be hospitalized.
I've had COVID multiple times. It never hit me too hard.
Yeah, and
it hit me hard.
Even before and after. Okay. I got COVID 3 times.
Oh, wow.
It hit my coworkers' office. I ain't talking about it.
When I got it, it definitely hit me hard, and I got it after being vaccinated, and it definitely hit me hard, but I know that I was in risk groups. I've been smoking for 25 years. I'm not in good shape. Like I'm over 40. Yeah. Like I knew it was going to hit me hard. I knew it was.
The thing about this for me is it's kids, right? Y'all are all about making people have kids. And then you do that, you do this. You're like, oh, that's one vaccine too many.
Well, kids are in this.
Vaccinated like crazy when they baby.
Kids are in the lowest risk group. It doesn't even matter.
Get the vaccine so that they are available to people who want them for their baby.
Exactly. Well, I agree with that. Give them the availability. Well, it's all about freedom of choice, right? We live in a free market society, so give them the choice. Yeah, stop trying to make people do what you want. That's fascism, you know.
I'm with them.
Sometimes fascism helps, you know. If
no, never does.
More fascism when it comes to the Colorado River and its distribution.
What happened with the Colorado River?
We probably wouldn't be in the situation that we're in.
She's gonna tell you.
Colorado River, we have a supply and demand problem with that water. Who's to blame? And I'll just throw this out. I'll just throw this out here. Well,
I'll tell you in a second.
It supplies water to the west. The west is a dry area.
True. And
that amount of water is not a renewable. It's gonna run out at some point, you know.
Well, the Colorado River supplies water to Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, California, and pretty much all of California's water comes from the Colorado River, and Lake Mead in Nevada. These are the reservoirs that support the entire western side of the United States. Los Angeles, you were just in LA, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they don't have water. They don't
having no rain. I like that.
Well, yeah, they have no rain, but they have no water. Like their water, famously,
don't also forget, they also have no souls.
Yeah, they don't have souls. That's true. I know that as well. But which is a blue state, by the way, just so everybody stays on par. They don't care about their homeless problem, and they don't care about their waters. The fact of the matter is,
I don't even know if you call it a homeless problem, man. It might be a vagabond problem, because those people. I was like, man, you guys got a nice little thing set up. I went to one of those tent cities. I got
tent cities are great. Yeah, that's great.
Once you get past the maiming and the murder and the corruption, it's a good time, man.
Sure. Once you get past all the guys walking around with machetes trying to steal from each other, sure. Yeah, it's fine.
It's like
it's great. No, it was like being Mad Max, the Thunderdome, baby. I was up in there with football pads with spikes on. I was dressed like Great Stones.
Tent cities are prisons without bars, is what it is.
Amazing.
Anyway, back to the water problem.
Well, yeah, they don't have their own water, and there's been I've seen different evolutions in the scientific answers that they're trying to come up with. Namely, the main one that I heard of was they're actually filling those reservoirs with black plastic balls, millions of them, which eliminates the evaporation rate. because the plastic balls absorb the heat and it cools the water down so it doesn't evaporate so quickly. But even that problem isn't working anymore. And the biggest one they're looking at now is the desalinization route, which is where they send tankers off the coast into the Pacific Ocean, and then they pump up seawater, they desalinate it, and then they pump it into the cities. And I think maybe we should just give up on California and just kind of let it go Mad Max.
Man with success.
when they settled the West, right? They were like, it's not enough water to sustain this area.
They piped it in,
And now we're experiencing that. You got a situation where you have to choose: do you want fresh water to drink, or do you want a golf course? Golf courses have millions of water. I'm sure there are tons of golf courses in Arizona, California, California. I sound like I don't know my state.
One's first needs.
Nevada.
Well, no, it's the same thing as everything else in American society. If you've got money and influence, you'll get what you want. And if you don't, fuck you.
Yeah, but that's the problem. That's what's happened all this time. And now it's almost out of water. What are they going to do then? I guess they'll get what they want. Desalinate ocean water, right?
It's going to be Mad Max times, just like he said.
That's what I was talking about.
It's going to be Mad Max out there.
I'm moving out there. I'm going to have a charger. We'll be murdering people left and right, baby.
I'm going to just
try to get all these impulses out.
And end it all if we end up in Mad Max. Okay. So,
America's destined to fall.
I think that
a lot of people.
With regards to the Colorado River, it was just never meant to sustain that much. And what I found interesting too is that JFK tried to enact legislation to slow this process, and then he was killed a month later. So,
well,
that's why he was killed.
Let's just get one thing straight. California only has water because they steal it. There is they steal it from Colorado, they steal it from Nevada, they steal it from Arizona and New Mexico. That's the only reason that California is California. If they had to sustain on their own, it's unsustainable.
Yeah,
it's fucked up.
Yeah, it is fucked up. This is America.
Yeah, but California is just so much more important than all those other states. I kind of get it.
You're absolutely right. California is way more important than Nebraska economically. Yeah, because they are the highest grossing economic state in the country.
It's like another country. It grosses more than other countries.
Jesus.
Yeah, many more. Dozens of countries make less than California does.
Well, we're not short of natural resources here in Florida. Our governor, I said we were going to.
Yeah, we are.
And we are. He is reviving the state guard, y'all.
What's the state guard?
It's like a personal armed guards that are answers to our governor.
That's right. And guess what, Drew? I applied for it. I did because I wanted to see what the Florida state government is actually telling people. So I applied for it under a medic because I used to be an EMT and I still have the training. So I applied for it as a medic because they're looking for tactical people, yes, but they're also looking for medics. And I want to see what they're saying. And I hope they take me just so I can be like a spy. Just so I can tell people what the real deal is. Because there's no other reason to have 500 private militia people under
every private police.
Yeah,
and the thing is, like,
that's dictatorship. That's what it is.
You know what he said? He said we need it for like a emergency, a natural disaster, or emergency response. That don't sound like you don't need guns, man.
No. But I can tell you specifically that during the application process, they specifically asked for military training, police training, or any kind of tactical weapons training. And the very last thing they ask you No, listen, I was just about to say the very last thing they ask you is about medical training. So it's more about protecting, it's more about giving medical treatment to those other groups I just mentioned than it is about giving medical training to the citizens.
Basically, don't you dare protest because the 500 police.
We will fuck you
your
up.
ass.
And by the way, just to throw this out there, Gio, because you said we have plenty of natural resources. No, we don't. Our biggest reservoirs in Florida have already been poisoned with mercury that has been distributed by the sugarcane industry down here.
Right.
Yeah. Most of our freshwater fish are inedible because literally, and I remember this just from 20 years ago when I used to be a fisherman, you'd cut a fish open and you'd see little rings of mercury all throughout the fish meat. So like, if you don't get it out of the ocean, fucking forget about it. And that's what our water supply is now.
When did that happen?
Wow.
Who poisoned
20 years ago?
Sugarcane industry.
the sugar
When I was in my early 20s, this is what I'm talking about. And I'm 41 now.
They're big.
So
they don't just pollute the rivers. I mean, the air out in West Palm Beach County where
nobody's putting
Blade and all, it's like South Bay. Like there's like smoke in the air, like rings of black.
Well, no, you'll see even over here, even forget about out west, even over here, about once every 3 months, you'll notice ash coming down from the sky. You'll see little bits of. Have you seen this? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I used to hang out in Blade.
It's little bits of white ash, and it's when they burn the sugarcane fields, which if it was a natural process, wouldn't be a problem. But because of all the pesticides and because of everything that they put into it, that burns out and then gets all over you. These are carcinogens. These are cancer-causing chemicals that they're putting throughout the air that cover South Florida once every 3 months. Yeah, we're all fucked.
You know that we just both gave it black.
I didn't know that the sugarcane field got this far.
Yeah.
This far. I knew it affected the water and the air out there. But out there, it's like black.
I literally
you know where I live. Gio, you've been to my house many times. You know where I live. I'm way out east. I'm 2 miles maybe from the ocean. It's probably less than that, but it doesn't matter. On my patio, on my picnic table, I will every couple of months get a thick layer of that ash coming down because I'm on the 5th floor, so I get a heavy dose of it. Yeah. And no, I mean, people wonder why I'm so upset and angry all the time. It's because I know about all these problems, but I can't do shit about them. Nobody can.
I don't even know how we got to
sugarcane. Uneducated. That's what you do. Stay naive, ignorant.
I can't. All I can do is just keep drinking. That's all I can do.
Where's our waitress? If you see her, flag her down. All right. I think we've had enough with Desantis and all these world problems that we're having. I want to talk to Drew, a fun-loving guy we've had on the show before. Welcome back, Drew.
Of course, you said that when we started the show, girl. I was wondering where you come from with that. Like, come on. Welcome back. Welcome back.
I did give you a welcome back.
Welcome back.
Maybe I didn't. I don't know.
Drew, the best dressed comedian in South Florida.
It's easy when
gassing him up.
I'll say it. I'll vote for it. I'll vote for it if it's on the ballot.
All right, Drew, how you been? Let's just give a little bit of background for anyone who hasn't seen Drew on here before. How long have you been doing comedy now?
September 2018.
All right, and
since then,
almost 4 years.
Is that almost 4 years? Nice.
Yeah.
I don't like to look at it because I usually just a lot of people say a decade.
I'm October 2018. Nice. So since you've been doing comedy, what's been your favorite venue?
Favorite venue? First of all,
you can't say the improvs.
Huh?
Yeah.
No.
It's too easy.
I'm going to give you. Before I give you the answer, I'm gonna give you a nice little bit. Whoever pays me the most is my favorite.
I can respect that. I can respect that answer.
Yeah, I don't whatever about the venue and the people there. The money.
Some people are in it for the love of the game. This man needs a new wardrobe.
Gabe got to provide.
That's right. This man's in it for the wardrobe. I dig it.
I need more rope chains.
That's right. Needs a few more Louis Vuitton shirts. You know.
Goddamn right. That's a little expensive. Let's go more like denim and flowers. Point is, favorite venue, red light. They pay me the most.
I like the red
overtime.
Just as a performer, where's your favorite venue? Leave the money out of it. Like the laughs, like the energy.
I like the red light too, but only because there's naked bitches around.
That too, yeah, man.
I like it just because it's a great fucking venue. But yeah,
the laughs.
Take the money out.
That's hard, man. Every crowd sort of just I did an hour at the red light, so let's say the red light.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn, an hour?
Yeah, I was bored.
Nice. You said you were bored?
They had me headline, and I saw
there was a lot of material.
Respect that.
There were okay. You can say that all you want to, but just comic to comic, there was a lot of fucking crowd work going on in that hour. Was there not?
Oh yeah, of course.
All right. Let's just be real on it. Yeah, you didn't have an hour's worth of material after 4 years.
And then I got it from the bar too. I got that from the bar, but there's been a server come by. She gave me a menu.
Gotcha. Okay.
Thank you, brother. Can I just get a water?
Yeah, just more water and then another Minute Green tea.
Yes, please.
Thank you so much.
All right. Sorry.
Maybe Jason Pellish will order you something.
I don't think he's watching that. I didn't remind him.
Who the hell is Jason?
No, he sent us wings one time when we were doing the show live at Spanx, and he sent us. He called the restaurant, had them bring us out wings, and he paid for them.
Yeah,
like it was a baller move, you know.
That's baller.
Yeah.
We do not agree with his opinions and comments.
No, I don't. Look, I don't agree with Jason on most things, but that's pretty baller. I gotta give him that.
With him spending money on feeding you.
All right, so
yeah.
What's been your favorite moment? I'm sure you've experienced
comedy?
New moments. Yeah.
Favorite moment. I just like when I'm doing crowd work and I guess something and it's like completely right. It's just on point. I just like that. I like to put people in a box, and when I can guess the box right away, I feel so good about myself. I'm like, you know, I like sectioning off people, and people are usually like, no.
Give me an example of when that's happened.
Oh man. Okay. What's a good example? Okay, this isn't even putting somebody in a box.
Well, let's put it this way. What's your proudest moment? What was the moment in your comedy where you were like, oh my God, look at what's going on?
Okay, so I'm at a bar. This is at Tonk, you know, we do it every Tuesday, blah blah blah.
Don't blah blah blah. Tuesday at what time?
We'll talk about it in a minute.
Okay.
Right.
So Patonk, now I'm gonna do what he just said. Patonk, Tuesday, it's in Northwood, West Palm Beach. Open mic, good time. Lady, right? I asked her, how old are you? Right? Trying to get to the point. She's like, why don't you guess? Right? This always bothers me. I'm like, it's just age. It's not that important. I don't care that much. But did you want the attention? Because that's what you're asking for. You're like, give me attention. I'm like, all right, this is what we're gonna do. I had the whole bar guess her age. One by one. There's about 30 people in that bitch. Oh, it was so good. And anybody who said too young, I was like, he's trying to fuck. And anybody who said too old, I'm like, they probably guessed right. Oh, it was a beautiful moment.
Did she tell you her age?
Oh, she said she lied. And then later she told me her real age. She lied and said 37. Later she was like, I'm 43. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Well, I let you get away with the lie because, you know.
Women lie about their age and they treat it like it's nothing. And it's like, no, it's something. That says a lot about you when you have to lie about it.
It lets you know where you're at in life. It lets it easier judge you. You know what I mean?
That's what I've always respected about Gio. She's never been like that. She's just like, yep, I'm this. You know, like, yeah.
Me too.
Nice.
Yeah, see? Doesn't hide it, doesn't care, whatever. And she looks good for 42. It's great.
I'm 42, Gio.
Yeah.
Hello.
Why? No, why?
Don't get started. What?
Why hide it? You got to fight that mentality that we've had for so long that a woman loses value over age. That's ridiculous. They get better to talk to They get more intelligent, more intuitive.
And
yeah,
all of a
years.
sudden, like older women. What?
No,
How's your
it's not
girlfriend?
that I.
How's
No,
your girlfriend?
huh?
Goddamn.
30. 30.
She's 30? All right.
Yeah.
all
His
right.
voice cracked a little bit.
No. I get it. I've had my
How long
time with
you
the
been
younger.
dating?
I've had my time with the
How long
younger
was she when
women.
y'all started dating?
When we started dating,
Yeah.
she was 28. I was 39. 39. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a decade.
Yeah.
That's a hefty. That's hefty.
No. I think a decade difference between a man and a woman is perfect because men mature more slowly than women do. So about 10 years is about what it takes to be on an even playing field. Now, I have dated younger women, but more importantly, I have the reputation that I've got is that I've slept with a younger woman, but I haven't dated them. There was only one girl that I dated. No, there was only one girl that I dated.
You shouldn't, because then you're just
No, but there's a
difference
between hooking up and dating. There really is. You know, because you're making commitment. And Jackie Sanchez was the only one that was she was 13 years younger than me that I actually dated for a longer period of time. There were plenty of younger girls that I just hooked up with. That doesn't count. Come on.
Yeah, but younger girls, I don't.
And by the way, just to throw this out there, I hate the I hate the whole thing of like, oh, he's a dirty old man because of this. Why aren't you a dirty young slut? You're fucking me, right?
Because
you know what I mean?
Like you're dirty old man.
I'm just saying, if I'm 35 and you're 22, why am I a dirty old man and you're not a dirty young slut?
She's 22 years old. She is a senior in the college. That's why you're 35.
What does that matter? She's more educated than me. If she's a senior in college, she's more educated than I am.
See?
That's a dirty old man shit. That's a dirty old man.
It isn't. No, it isn't.
Like,
it isn't.
Women, they have great conversations.
Yeah, we were all like, oh, Terry.
Yeah. No, right. She's using me for my money and I'm using her for her body. Everybody wins. That's what's up.
Back to Drew. Drew, what has been your biggest challenge?
Biggest challenge. Mm-hmm. Getting the $50 that FNO owes me. That's it.
When you don't get paid.
Only one place has not paid me.
That was a very specific challenge.
I'm still waiting for pity. I drove down to Hollywood. Yeah, I bombed, but that don't mean nothing. Yeah, I told the crowd suck dick. But that don't mean nothing. Give me $50.
You know what it is? I can't remember. Oh, it was Dave Chappelle who said, I'm like Evel Knievel. I don't have to land the jump. I get paid for the attempt. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's true.
I don't have to kill it.
That's it.
So, Drew, you just got back from LA. We wanted to talk to you a little bit about that. How was it?
Was it your first time there?
First time there, yeah.
Okay.
So if I would describe LA, there was this thing that somebody said. They said, when something bad happens in LA, we burn this motherfucker down. That doesn't happen on the East Coast, right? And I always used to kind of envy that. Then I go to LA and I realize this is just, oh no, it's okay, brother. Thank you, brother. I go to LA and I realize this is just a glorified suburb. It's just a suburb with a bunch of storefronts. There's a lot, you can burn things down, you know what I mean? Because there's not a lot of high rises. Like it's a lot of suburbia. So that was a little bit of
it's more green than concrete jungle, right?
Yeah, that's what it felt like. I was like, oh, this is why
really?
Down, you know what? Mother Nature.
I could burn it down too. I'm like, oh shit! Like,
you
of
can
course
just start a fire.
Yeah.
And it burn down.
You can easily start a fire in LA.
Yeah.
To the point where they have highway road signs that say "Don't throw your cigarettes out of the windows." Yeah, you didn't see any of those on those?
No,
you didn't go out to like Malibu or anything like that. There's signs everywhere. Don't throw your cigarettes on the ground because it'll start a fire because it's a tinderbox because there's no fucking water.
You see that? I don't read signs. I just gotta.
The importance of reading signs. Well, now
because signs say things like "Don't litter," and I litter. So.
Oh, you're a litter guy?
I'm a everything guy. Every motherfucker. I would put oil pan grease in my neighbor's pool. I would fuck.
I just lost so much respect for you. How hard is it? There's garbage cans everywhere. How hard is that? Just keep it in your. I said there's garbage cans everywhere. Just keep it in the floorboard of your passenger seat till you get to the gas station and dump it in the garbage. How hard is that?
I agree with only one thing you said. There's garbage cans everywhere. It's called the earth, stupid.
No, it's not. No, it isn't. I mean, look, if we're gonna ruin the planet, at least we can keep it looking nice for a minute, you know?
God, man.
Yeah, let Drew move on out.
You only live once, brother. And that's
I don't give a shit. We all, yeah, but your kids have to live once too. So stop doing that.
Kids.
No,
my bloodline ends with me.
Stop this right now. He is distracting us from it.
Look, I have watched people dump stuff out of their garbage. No, I've seen people dump like McDonald's bags out of their windows at a red light, and I will follow them to where they go and pick it up and give it back to them and say, do better.
Oh, thank you so much.
And if that next person happens to be you, then so fucking be it.
Listen, I am not callous enough to litter in front of people. Go into an empty parking lot and then dump my things. I don't do it in front of people because I don't want their judgment. I want the illusion to be that I do not litter. You look at me, I don't want you to think I litter, you know?
You've got my judgment already. My judgment is on you, sir.
Oh no, I know. You'll forget though.
Yeah. No, I won't.
Right, so
I'm like an elephant.
Like you mentioned something about moving to LA and not being able to. That captured Terry. What did you want to ask you about?
Oh, I saw your post about living expenses in LA. I've been there many times. I've looked into living expenses myself. Rent is going up across the board all over the country, including right here. Miami is now the #1 highest rent to income ratio in the country, ahead of New York, ahead of Seattle, ahead of San Francisco. So I just want to hear you elaborate on how there is no place to live in LA if you're a normal person.
So this is the thing, right? Say you got the money and you're down to live in a box, right? Is it worth it? Because in the end, you got the tent cities and the homeless, and it's not a fun environment. You don't want to spend that kind of money and be living like that, where it's like, damn, like I'm dealing with crazy homeless motherfuckers.
And I feel like it would make me sad. I'd be sad if I had to walk out and see tent cities. Austin's like that now. I don't even want to be there, you know?
Well,
like,
at certain
points,
points,
be paying this much money and I gotta live next to homeless people. Come on, dog.
Well, that's the NIMBY policy is, everybody wants everybody to have everything, but not in my backyard. That's where the NIMBY policy comes in. Oh yeah, give them affordable housing, but not in my neighborhood. You know what I mean? Exactly. It's never gonna change till somebody bites the bullet.
I'm okay with affordable housing, but not affordable tarp homes. You get what I'm saying? I don't want.
No, if we had more affordable housing, there wouldn't be 10 cities.
True, I agree. But the housing over there is crazy.
And it's cities here in Florida, if we don't be careful, like it's.
Oh, we're next.
Right now, yeah.
We're next.
Yeah. No, not with our police department. They'll kill a homeless and dump his body. They don't give a goddamn.
What are they gonna do? Kill a million?
All the saying will poison their vaccines before.
Well, guess what? Then there's gonna be 100,000 dead homeless, and that's gonna draw some attention.
We'll figure it out. It's fun. We'll throw them in the Everglades.
That's what take them to Belgrade.
Or do them like Giuliani, round them up.
No, just look,
just put them in Arkham.
Look,
was the cost of living high there?
Take $500 million, build huge open communities in someplace like North or South Dakota where nobody gives a shit and it's open land, and then just say, come live here for free. And that's it. They'll start their own little communes far away from society. Nobody has to deal with it. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. There's no profit in that. I know. We gotta save that. We gotta save that money. We gotta save that money so that Jeff Bezos can kind of go to space.
All right, Drew, give us a little bit about how it was to do shows there.
Crowds are I'd say they're gonna always laugh. So it's like the bottom of like here, if you they don't like it, they won't laugh. Over there, they'll always give you a polite laughter. So what you're trying to get is more of like that hearty laugh. So your barometer changes. You
I hate those polite laughs.
There's a lot of polite laughs. Comedians are a lot more they're moving and it feels like there's a lot of the acting ability is better. Like
the animated comedians that tends to do well in LA. Now, because I performed in LA many times over the years, and I remember the first time I went out there to perform. A friend of mine who used to be down here that was out there at the time, he's like, it's different out here. You got to watch it. It's more PC. You can't do, the normal thing that you do, which is a little in your face kind of stuff. And when I heard that, the first instinct I had was, I'm going to do every offensive joke I have and the worst ones, like all the abortion jokes. I was almost like, no. Exactly. No, you told me not to do it, so I'm going to do it. And here's the thing. I have killed every time in every show I've ever gone to in fucking LA. And I think it's because like my natural instinct was like, oh, they hate this. That means they never hear it. So let's give them something they don't get. Yeah, no, hit them hard.
I did the same thing. I did a lot of darker humor. I did a lot of like my PC hate humor. I did spitting mouth jokes. And
I was thinking, I was like, I know Drew just did some.
Oh yeah, some reckless
that's
shit.
Your material.
But it's just I could tell they wanted it. Also, let's keep it real. Black guy, get to do what I want.
Yeah, you do get more freedom.
Yeah, and if anybody bitched about it, I would say Black Twitter. It's right here. I can ruin your life right now. So you call me a nigga, it's that easy. And I'll put the ER, it's not even the A. Fuck, no fucking. Oh, girl, we in LA.
Well, it's the snapback. You had less freedom 200 years ago, and now you have more freedom 200 years now.
Yeah. No, yeah. It's
Drew is willing to exploit, the weakness.
Oh, go for it. Go for it. That's what Warren Buffett says.
PPP loans, still paying them all.
He's like, if you don't want me using the loopholes, close them. Otherwise, I'm using them.
All right.
In the 90s, I'd have been a welfare queen.
Are you ready to play the blame game?
What's that?
I'm gonna ask you a question.
Okay.
About yourself. So, Drew, you say regularly booked. Who's to blame? Why do you think that is?
I'm a good hang. I do coke.
You don't think drugs. It's just because you're funny?
I mean, the funny part is
like I'm a good hang.
No, man. Look,
I do drugs.
Funny. A lot of people are funny.
Never done drugs.
But when you are a good hang, when somebody's like the person booking the show goes, I'm gonna book Drew. Yeah, he's funny, but also after the show, we're gonna go party. We're gonna party hard. You get booked. People like you.
I be going to bed.
Also, I don't ask. I don't annoy people. I'm just like, ugh.
Well, she's correct about the fact that she goes to bed. When I do a show and I'm gonna be on the same show as Gio, which happens a lot because now people just associate us with one another. And then we go, well, are we gonna ride together? I have to stop and think, okay, do I want to stay out tonight? Because if I want to stay out, we got to ride separate.
He's just lying.
That's like God's honest truth.
Only time you may have rode separate is when you're gonna meet some friend of yours after the show.
Right, and go out and have fun afterwards. Because I know you're gonna be at 11 o'clock. You're gonna be like, well, it's getting a bit late. I gotta.
Yeah.
I mean,
and there's no shame in that. There's no shame in that, right?
Not if, not if Drew.
Sometimes it's the opposite.
Is this what we're doing? A family just walks by. They heard us.
Sometimes I just want to go home, and you're gonna want to stay out. So,
all right.
Which is what happened on Friday. I left first.
Yeah, that's true. I left right after you though.
I just feel like being a good hang is important if you want to.
We totally could have rode together because I didn't realize CJ was going to want to stay there and go to, because we went to Kelly's. All right. So that's good. That's interesting. Be a little bit more likable.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Maybe people just don't like me. I don't know.
Well, no, that's why I haven't.
As a woman, I have different advice.
Escalated.
We know that.
Kind of, do you, as a woman.
Yeah.
My comedy career didn't stall because
I'm just saying, if you want to get booked, you want the easy route?
No, I don't.
Or you want the hard route? Ah.
I'll take the hard route.
I'd rather take the hard route, to
Wow.
be honest. Yeah, I really would. I'm not gonna be the guy that's just gonna placate people just so they'll book me. You know, like my comedy career didn't stall because of my jokes. My jokes have always worked. It's my personality, and I know it for sure. That's the rule. Is 90% of the work is off stage.
Yeah, you gotta like it. Also, I'm a black guy in a room full of whites and Hispanics. It's kind of
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
So
I know. I'm the opposite.
You have anything you want to promote? Anything coming up?
Okay, so 24th, record Fort Lauderdale, all right, record room. We start the show at 9:00, right? It's $20 a ticket. You can check my Instagram.
That's a fun show.
Drew,
I've done
it's a great room. Drew_Illa. And my bio, you got a square link, get the ticket, address, all that. The 25th, I have 2 shows. One in Tamarack with an Elijah, and one in Lake Worth with Tony Tata. Remember these names now offhand. 26, I am hosting Tin Roof. All right, all these can be found on my Instagram, Drew_Illa. And every Tuesday, Petanque.
I was gonna say, don't forget
and
your
Northwood.
Room. Don't forget your room.
Yes.
All right.
And what time is Petanque?
Starts at 9.
There it is.
Yeah, goes till 12. We always end at 12.
Good burgers there too. I can say from first account
Such good burgers.
knowledge.
Real quick fries.
And very good quinoa salad.
All right. Enough with the liberalness.
All right. It is time for Terry Lane's word for white people.
All right.
Is yours.
Thanks. Well, this week it's actually words for all people. We're going back to words for all people because we're coming back to intelligence, part 2. We've done this once before with intelligence and the war on intelligence. And I was thinking about it the other day, and I forgot that this goes back quite a ways. This isn't anything new. If you go back and you watch Chris Rock's specials from the late 90s, he was making similar points about the similar things. He's like, you get more respect coming out of jail than you do coming out of college. You know, more specifically with his joke was that, you know, you come back home and he's like, I just got my master's degree. What are you, my master's? Oh, you can count 1, 2, 4, 5. Yeah. I'm counting these rocks, you know, all that. But that's now happening across the board, across the spectrum. For some reason, we lost the ability to respect people that educated themselves and lost the ability to respect intelligence, even though intelligence has given you everything you love about your life, everything from air travel to better cars to cheaper things to more advanced technologies to your cell phone to TikTok to everything you love about in your life was provided to you by somebody smarter than you. And you shouldn't be relegating them to the trash heap just because it makes you feel insecure. You should be thanking them, because if it wasn't for people like that, you'd still be sitting in the dark and you'd still be riding a horse. So I don't understand why there's this aggression towards intelligent people. Now, maybe, and I'm playing devil's advocate, maybe if you took somebody like Elon Musk, who's a very intelligent person and is misusing his gifts to better himself and further his own ego rather than helping humanity, that might be another part of the cause. That might be another part of the problem, is that they're not using it for the good of the world anymore. Jonas Salk found the cure to polio, which was the plague of the early 20th century. And rather than use it for his own good, he specifically said, I'm going to file this as unpatented so that everyone can use it, because the cure for polio does not belong to me. It belongs to the world. So there may be a top to bottom problem here. So maybe we need better, smart people to do more philanthropist works, to do more good
for humanity, do more good for their country and less good for themselves. Or maybe it is just all the dumb people getting mad about being insecure and feeling like they're lesser than those that might be more intelligent than them. But honestly, it's probably both. It's probably both. We need better intellectual leaders, and we need more receptive followers. Not everybody can be a chief. Some people got to be Indians. Chiefs should be good and moral and good leaders, and Indians should be good followers. Yeah. And then we all succeed and we all win together.
I agree. I'm a great follower.
I think good leaders, they also are good followers. They follow people who give them information that they don't know on their own, because you can't.
Well, just to put a cherry on top of this, I've said this for the last 15 years. Everybody's a teacher and everybody's a student. It just depends on the subject. You can take the smartest kid in MIT right now, and guess what? When his transmission breaks, he still has to call the guy in the overalls to come fix it for him. We're all in this together. Okay. Yeah, he can cure. He might cure cancer, but he can't fix his cable. Do you get what I'm saying? Like it takes a village.
Terry, do you have anything coming up?
Nope. And I'm happy about that. I'm extremely happy about that.
I don't either. I don't have anything to like late July, so maybe that'll change over the next few weeks.
Quiet right now.
Yeah.
The game's quiet. I feel like a lot of June. I didn't have a lot of shows.
I feel like
it is the off season right now. We're in the off season.
It's off season, but I'm just patiently waiting. I'm doing some shows out of town. Like the 17th is a Ukraine benefit show. I'll be talking about that over the next couple of weeks, since that's all I got to promote. And then I'm gonna be doing a show in Vero on the 3rd. I'm gonna be in Texas at the end of July, so I'm gonna try to get some dates in. And but we'll be back next week. All right. Thank you.
I want to know about this Ukraine benefit show. What are you just gonna collect money, put it in an envelope, and write Ukraine on it, put it in the mail?
And I'm gonna grab it.
Drew Illa's gonna pick that up, or Joanna will.
Like throw shade. Like this is so annoying.
Because it's a joke. It's comedy.
People always.
It's a comedy podcast. There's gonna be jokes.
Like shut up.
There's gonna be a joke.
Thank you for watching this week, guys. We'll see you next week.
Next week, baby.